Okay, welcome to another short video, guys. This is another new one for me. This is Ginkgos from Cuttings. I watched a great video by Zave, and it looks like I've had some success. These were taken in autumn 2024, put in the greenhouse over winter. I checked them in spring, and I didn't see any with any roots, but they were still alive. So I carried on with them. I put them back into the greenhouse, and this has been, whoa, almost the end of one growing season. Look at that, that's definitely a success there. You pop that up and carry it on. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Like I said, I know other people have had quite good success with ginkgo. Not me, but only because my ginkgos have never really been big enough to attempt this. There's not really been any good material to take from, but that has all changed. Okay, so they don't all take, look, to be fair, they don't all take. Sunlight and humidity does wonders for plants of any kind. Look at that, that's got a lot of root on it. Little tiny one. See, the problem is now I have way more ginkgos than I know what to do with. So if you have me on Facebook, have a look out on Marketplace on my profile, because I'll probably put some of these up there at some point. Hey, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do we reckon? Do we think something that thick will take? It's not just ginkgos in here. I think there's some Korean rose, which they have really beautiful foliage. That's why I like to grow them. Very nice tree. Well, more of a shrub than a tree. But, so yeah, that's an example of a Korean rose, and they take very easily from cuttings. Yes, the answer is yes. The answer is a resounding yes. Look at that. The roots have gone through. The roots have gone through all of the mesh tape on the bottom. How interesting is that? Look at that. That is a huge cutting. Let's zoom you back a little bit. Look at that. I mean, that thing's huge. That's a massive cutting. These actually came from my neighbour's big garden tree, so I think I'm going to pick the best one and gift it back to them and say, yes, we did it. My son and I, we took these together last year, so probably got some pictures of that. I'll put them up now. There we go. I'm gonna have a little look, pop some of these up, and I'll be right back. And there we go. Look at this one. Look at this. Look at the size of that cutting. In a beautiful handmade pot. My good buddy Tim's kid made that pot. So yeah, he gave it to me at the Swindon show, and I always said I'd wait for the right time, put something good in there. And that actually looks okay. It's pretty good. That's a decent sized cutting. We'll work on the jaggedness of the top one day. Love that. So then there's 4 other ginkgos. One I put into a training pot, and the others I'll just give to club members or put on Facebook for a few quid or something. And then here are just some Korean rose rooted cuttings. They're all ready to go as well. But hey, I've got 3 more buckets of ginkgo cuttings to go through, so let's do them another night, but I'll stick it in this video for you. Okay, another night. Hopefully you can hear me over the rain, so I'm going to talk a little bit louder. Here's all the ones that rooted and worked. Here's a couple examples of ones that didn't, but they are leafing out, so I do believe that they will. Oh, can you see that? There you go. I do believe that they will put out roots, so these are going to go back in the bigger pots, and they'll go back in the greenhouse for the rest of this growing season. I got some interesting things to show you. So here's an example of a cutting that rooted but never leafed out, which I thought was interesting and strange. And then a couple that did leaf out but never made roots. That was interesting. Not many though, only like 2 or 3. So pretty good results actually. I would say 75% success. So the thickness of the cuttings, you've seen the biggest one that I showed you in the blue pot. But then look at this one. This one's quite interesting. This one actually rooted, but it rooted from the side. So I've tied this one in, and we'll eliminate the top at some point, even though it's got some nice lichen on it. And that one, yeah, that's gonna be an interesting tree. Very interesting. So yeah, just goes to show, ginkgo do take from cuttings. They do quite well. And I'll reiterate, these were taken in autumn of last year. They were left all winter. I checked them in the early spring, and a lot of them were giving me signs that they were alive, you know, nice green buds, but they had no root. So I eliminated all of the moss that had grown on the top of the pots, and left them alone again. And then yes, by spring, late spring, early summer, I checked them again, and they have roots. Very cool, very cool. That is Ginkgo biloba by means of cuttings. Very cool, very cool. I'll be dishing these out over the next coming weeks. All right guys, hope you're all well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. If you enjoy the videos and you'd like to support the channel, please consider following the links in the description. Here you'll find links to the Amazon wishlist. This is the best way to help the channel. Alternatively, you can buy these t-shirts. Please email or DM me to find out how you can get those. Lastly, the easiest way to help support the channel is drop a like on this video, and please press the subscribe button. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much.